What is chip damage? Used to have that, right? Hey there, Hunters. Welcome back to the Gunners Guild. I wanted to do some more obscure and meme setups to freshen things up a little bit and try different MOs and things. So while I originally covered the Shield Heavy Bowgun back before the first title update, it was a pretty lackluster set overall, and I didn't really like it too much, and I just wondered what it would be like if I went full balls to the wall min-maxed it with the new armor augments. So that's what I did. So this video is more of a for funsies thing, as it does highly min-max the augment system, which I'm not honestly a fan of, but since this isn't anything meta or something I'm actually using to run, I think it's okay. So what changed between last time that I made the shield set and now? Well, besides the armor augment system. Well, we got gold Rathian's heavy bowgun. What's cool about this is that it's got some fat slots. 311 is really good, as well as a great clip for normal 3s. It's got affinity, low deviation, all around pretty good bowgun. We did have some other solid options for normal 3s prior to this, like Magnum Malos, Gormagala, and Furious Rajings, but they were all missing something. Slots or affinity, some deviation, like just something was a little bit wrong. Thankfully, Gold Rathian's pretty much just got everything covered. It's just great across the board, and it makes the set much easier to put together. I'm also using normal 3s now instead of spreads, because the health generated from Malzeno's Blood Rite skill is percentage based and it has a 0.2 second cooldown between hits, so spreads only heal off one of the 5 pellets it shoots, while normals heal off the whole bullet, so you heal way more with the normal ammo. And since we're taking this to afflicted monsters, I kinda wanted to heal faster. The other plus side to this is that normals have much longer range and good accuracy, which means you can snipe down those afflicted parts really easily from afar. So when remaking this set, I did want to check a few boxes. First is that I needed to be able to take no chip on block. That was kind of a big deal, as it means eventually you would die if you just kept taking chip damage. The second checkbox was that I needed to be able to do some damage. There's no point in dumping 100 defensive skills on a set and then dealing 50 damage per second. So I wanted to be able to do something, not a ton, but a reasonable amount of damage. And the last checkbox was that it needed to be able to survive A5 afflicted monsters, which hit considerably harder than anything else in the game. With that being said, here's the set that I'm using. Defense up is a huge meme, I know, but we really don't have any useful level 4 slots for a gunner, so I put it in. You'll notice that the armor augments are basically just stacking as much defenses as I can, as well as, putting in some skills like guard up, just to take some burden off my slots. Though we do still have some attack skills in here. Attack boost, Wex, crit boost, and normal up is a solid foundation to damage builds. We also managed to fit in tune up 1 now that we have more slots available to use. And you only need 1 point for the shield boost, so don't get 2. And we do have some ballistics and steadiness, so we can help our range and deviation for when we eat for temper. So getting back to this checklist, 1. No chip on block. So I actually found that this is kind of impossible, at least for heavy bowgun, to take literally no chip, because some monster strong attacks just are going to get through regardless. That being said, we can take no chips from basically all attacks but 1 or 2 that each monster have, like they're really strong supers. This is why I'm still running Malzeno's gear with Blood Rite, as it does let us heal off any chip we do take and stay topped off, which does give us a better chance of surviving anything if we do end up taking a hit. So, sort of checked. I don't think it can actually fully mitigate everything, but it's a pretty good check. Second checkbox, dealing enough damage. Yeah, look, I knew this thing wasn't going to be a super meta speedrun set, duh. I'm not dumping in everything into damage skills, but popping off monsters for 200 damage a shot isn't actually terrible in my eye. Sure, spreads can hit for almost twice as much, but 200 a shot isn't the worst thing around, so I'm going to take it. And of course, at normals, we do get the better range, and we're not going to be spending as much time out of critical distance, especially in online lobbies, so you can just sit there and be a turret and pop off shots from afar, which still do break afflicted segments really well. So I'm going to count it as win. And the last checkbox, will I be able to survive A5 afflicted monster attacks? Now this was if I were to get hit and not block, could I survive it kind of thing. And well, yes and no. Gunner defenses are so bad that even with 1,000 plus defense, you're still going to get one tapped by some afflicted attacks. You just can't mitigate that much damage when you have the defense penalty multiplier. So we're adding a bunch, but we're really only adding about 40% of what we're actually getting. That being said, yes, there's at least some difference with defense, and you can survive some attacks in A5 hunts that you couldn't before. But I don't think it's just really going to get any better than this. So you're always going to have the potential getting one shot, so just don't get hit and let the shield do its job. A 2-tap is still infinitely better than a 1-tap, so I mean, with most of these attacks, I'm going to consider it a win. So yeah, out of all my checkboxes, it's like half a checkbox all the way down. Like, I thought I'd be able to do much better, but the game really does not want gunners to live and deal damage. It's like, you can't have everything. Now, of course, I did make a budget version of the set that basically strips down the attack skills and augments if you wanted to play a shield heavy bowgun build, but we're doing things without augments and on a budget charm. So I think this is using a Wex 2 3-slot charm. And honestly, it's about the same defensively. Even though we're down like 400 extra points of defense from armor augments and such, the chip is only marginally worse than the super min-max set. And it makes me think I can actually just forgo the defenses altogether and just pump more damage in. But that's not really the point of the video or the set. So there will be attacks that you could survive with the min-max set that, you know, if you were actually going to get hit, but you can't on the budget set. So do keep that in mind. Like, the min-max set is a bit better. But the strength of the shield is about the same, so if you just keep blocking with the shield and don't get hit, there's not going to be overall much of a difference besides just losing some damage per shot. So give it a try if you're looking to play shield heavy bowgun and you didn't like spreads, or if you're looking just to practice with heavy bowgun and maybe you're not really good with it, it's a really good safe bet. So on the topic of shield heavy bowgun in general, yes, it's still a big meme, but it is effective and more effective now than pre-title update 1. Do you need armor augments? No, not really. They do help though. Shield is just really good either way. Blood Rite is also not mandatory, as you could always just sheath and heal off any chip you take, but that's no fun, so I'm going to keep that on anyway. But that's basically all I got for now. I just want to have some fun memeing around with bowgun setups. Let me know if you end up using it, just so I know when people are interested in some of these more casual setups. But that's all for me. Thank you all for watching, and good luck out there, hunters.